Old Robert De Niro hasn't really made any new fans over the past 4 years because he's been acting a fool on social media. And apparently, maybe he should have been dialing that back and working on his marriage because he's been going through a pretty bitter divorce. I did a video on this a while ago. It's almost like he's on his last dime the way he's acting. Also, the past year hasn't helped him out because he funded a bunch of restaurants, high-end restaurants, that aren't really helping him out either. Of course, those are likely shut down. Many of the states where I believe those are located are under heavy lock and key. But his ex-wife, she's out spending big bucks. As you can see, from the headline, Robert De Niro's lawyer says the 77-year-old's bitter divorce from Grace Hightower is forcing him to take any role to fund her thirst for Stella McCartney and claims she is spending $215,000 a month on credit cards. That's insane. Stella McCartney is a very high-end fashion brand. As you can see here, just doing a quick little thing right here, $2,875 for this flannel shirt. A swimsuit will run you about $200. If you want these shoes, you're going to spend anywhere from apparently $300 to $900. I'm sure these are the smaller end items. Okay, I bet you they're much higher if I were to look into it a little bit more, but I think you get the gist of it. So she's out there spending big bucks, and apparently Robert De Niro is getting like so broke, he's got to take every role that comes his way. I guess that would explain films like Bad Grandpa that came out where he's like literally having a war with a grandkid or something. I didn't watch it. It looked really stupid. So this does seem that he's in a little bit of trouble. The sub-headlines here, Robert De Niro and Grace Hightower were married in 1997. They split in 1999, then got back together, renewed their vows in 2004 before he filed for divorce in 2018. So he filed for divorce. That's interesting. I wonder if it's because she was always yelling at him to, maybe get off social media a little bit more. Maybe stop being so obsessed with the orange man. But either way, I find it funny that he's getting taken to the cleaners. Because personally, I think Robert De Niro has made a fool of himself. He's been acting like an ass for the past 4 years. And, maybe you should have moved out of California, where if you're, of course, going to get taken through the ringers. De Niro claims that he is running out of money, having not worked because of the coof, which shut Hollywood productions down. De Niro's last big flick, The Irishman, in 2019 earned him $5 million, but his lawyer claims Hightower spends $1 million a year and $215,000 a month on. Of course, I was showing you a lot of that stuff for the fashion. How do you spend $215,000 a month? Imagine having that kind of wealth. I barely spend a few $100s a month. A lot of the money I spend is on bills, Imagine have $215,000. I believe some of that's for charity too, by the way. Like, this is a crazy divorce. Like, she wants money for philanthropy so that she can run around and go and do charity work. And so she basically wants some of his money to spend and be a philanthropist so she can go around and spend money at charities. Imagine that. Like, oh, it'd be so bitter if this was me. Like, oh, you got to have my money so you can give it away. Like, how is that a necessity? But I suppose she can say that she wants to live a certain lavish, extravagant lifestyle that she is accustomed to. She is accustomed to this lifestyle thanks to Robert De Niro, right? So I guess she has that point. On one occasion, she is said to have spent $1.2 million on a diamond. Like, you think when you're finding a woman that you want to settle down with, maybe not pick one that wants to buy $1 million diamonds all the time. I mean, these aren't things that pop up. She was probably a woman that liked to spend money before he married her. Like, it's just insane. He must have, what kind of court system do they have out there in California? Like, this is insanity to me. This kind of divorce. But the good thing about this, which will be fun to laugh at, will be watching Robert De Niro take role after role and further destroy his career. So like, this is why like some actors and actresses are very smart and won't take every role that comes their way because they realize it devalues them. So when you have like a legendary celebrity, they don't take every role because that devalues their appearances. Like Nicolas Cage is kind of in this dilemma, and he's rebounded a little bit, but the problem with like Nicolas Cage, right, is he will take any role now because he's broke. So just saying, oh, it's a Nicolas Cage movie, that doesn't mean it's going to be a good movie. I hope that makes sense. So Hightower also claims De Niro spends freely and charters 50,000 jets for weekends in Florida and $1 million on his children in 19 and 20. Imagine making that point. Like, well, he gives our kids money. He gives our kids money. Why can't he give me $250,000 a month to go buy extravagant things and give away to charities? Just what a dumb point. And it's his money. Why can't he do things with it? But her point is that he's not broke. I just find this hilarious. So his career is in shambles. Maybe he can still get on. Maybe if he puts more job applications out there and says he's going to punch the orange man in the face, maybe that will help him bounce back. I don't know, but I just find this funny. So he's trying to say he's broke because he's tired of giving a woman he ain't knocking boots with anymore $215,000 a month. Poor old De Niro. At least we'll get crappy movies to laugh at as his career swirls down the drain, which is happening for sure because the dude's 77 years old. So anyway, that's pretty much it. She's gonna spend all his money and put him in the poorhouse, which I find hilarious because I don't honestly really care about celebrities, and I think he's getting his just desserts because he's kind of a POS. He's revealed himself to be a POS over the past couple of years in my book. So, Robert De Niro. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that and subscribe if you're new.